Hi. You might notice something different about the Coffee Cabal with Pedro and Zach. First off, I'm Zach,
And I'm Pedro.
and this is the Coffee Cabal with Pedro and Zach. You can see us now. You can also hear us at the same time, but you can see us now.
You're probably wondering how we did that. Well, we have a camera now.
We have a camera man by the name of Gary who is here to help us out and show you what we look like when we're saying all this bullshit.
We're just trying to get more views.
Yep. We really want to get to the point. We're really pushing for that sponsorship from Cheetos.
Yeah,
It's important that we get it.
but the spicy ones.
We're coming for you.
The ones that hurt your stomach.
Cheetos and Mattress Firm. Those are going to be the first two sponsors of this show. So, with that being said, this episode of the Coffee Cabal is not brought to you by anybody because we're still looking for sponsors. If you want to sponsor us, let us know.
Yeah,
We're here for you.
yeah.
How's it going, Pedro?
It's great.
Yeah,
I know we haven't recorded in like 2 weeks now.
I would say about 2 weeks, yeah.
Yeah.
It's been too long. We've been sitting on a bunch of ideas, sitting on a couple episodes that we've been spacing out and releasing every week, but we haven't been able to sit down and actually talk.
Exactly.
And I got to tell you, man, I've missed it.
Me too.
It's-
I missed you. I missed this.
There's
But-
something special about this.
Yeah.
What's really exciting is we're sitting on a couch now. Our producer, Ace, he has a couch in the room now, so
And you can see it now.
you can see the couch. We've got Gary's cool iPad with this really neat script where I've drawn the Coffee Cabal
Do you see this penmanship?
with a little smiley face on it. I went to art school for 14 years,
For writing.
and that is the product of that. So you're welcome to all of you, to your viewers, to our viewers, and our listeners, Ace and Gary.
Listener.
Ace and Gary.
Gary doesn't even listen.
So it's been a crazy week. Anything in particular going on with you, Pedro? Anything noteworthy or memorable from this past week or two?
No, I almost shit myself.
Elaborate. Let's go. Let's dive into that. Peel back some of the layers.
Yeah, so I was in bed and you know what they say is never trust a woman and never trust a fart. And I'll tell you what, man, I let that fart rip and I went straight to clinch because it was coming. But I caught it last second.
Got it just in time.
Yeah, Randy Moss, you know, last second catch.
Right on the 1 yard line.
Right on the 1 yard line. 1 second left in the game. Your boy clinched and Penguin walked to the bathroom.
And just took
I
care
will
of
not
business
shit
from there.
myself in my adult life.
You're wrong.
I will not. I will not.
You will, dude. I guarantee you, if you haven't done it yet, there will come a time.
Have you done it?
Yes.
When did you shit yourself?
The last time that I shit myself, I haven't like shit myself, like actually like, you know.
Are you talking the skids?
We're talking like little poops. Little.
When Robin's doing your laundry, she's like,
He did it.
that's Zach.
Zach did it again this week. Zach's back at it again.
He's burning out.
No,
Leave
that's
us skid marks.
Those are words to live by, man. Don't trust a fart. I've been preaching the gospel for years,
Yeah.
and I'm glad that you see things my way, because I've been trying to spread the good word. Don't trust a fart, because the second you do, the second you think it's okay, you're sitting at work at Ace Hardware, working on some Ace Hardware stuff that we do, and
selling levels and hammers.
yeah, doing all that stuff. Think that it's gonna be just a regular old SBD, silent but deadly. Turns out you need to get up out of that chair and go check on yourself.
It's loud, proud, and brown.
Well, no, I just said that it was silent but deadly. SBD, it's not loud and proud.
No, but like when you trust it and you shit yourself, it's loud.
The embarrassment and the fear.
Yes.
Dude, you know what? I was driving the other day, driving to work at Ace Hardware, and I had this epiphany. I was thinking about something. You know, like back in the time of DVDs, where they had the DVD menu. I wanted to ask you this. I was like, I'm gonna ask Pedro this on the next episode. Think back. Is there any DVD menu music that is just burned into your brain? Because you know when you're watching a movie when you're a kid before you go to bed, you fall asleep during the movie and you wake up in the middle of the night a couple of times and it's just playing that DVD menu music over
Yes.
and over. What's one that's still burnt in your brain to this day?
None of them. Because when I was younger, my dad was he went through a phase where he was just really cheap and frugal.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to go visit my dad's friend in Orlando. And we went to this flea market, and my dad just bought a fucking stack of just, like, bootleg DVDs.
Yeah.
And they don't have the menus. So, you play it, and it shows some weird, like, Chinese writing. Not even that, it's just some weird Chinese writing, and then, and then it just goes to the movie. So there was no fucking menus. And, like, that stack of DVDs, like, lasted us, like, probably 3 years. We had to rewatch them. And we're like, can we watch the new... And my dad's like, no, watch Rush Hour 2 again.
I mean, that's okay.
Yeah, so
I'm always down to watch Rush Hour 2.
I never got the fucking music, man.
Damn, dude.
What's yours, though?
Flyboys with James Franco.
Flyboys?
Flyboys. Did you ever see that one?
No.
It's about the World War I fighter pilots. It just zoomed in. I remember the music. I would wake up and go, ah, ah.
Reminds me of Halo.
Yeah, Halo's a good one. That's one that sticks with you.
Yeah.
Oh, oh,
Here's my favorite part.
All right, we're done with that.
God bless that planet,
Man,
Earth.
Halo fucking sucks, dude. I'm just kidding.
You remember that last mission where you're driving the fucking, I don't know.
From the original one? The
Yeah,
original Halo? I'm
and
trying to
everything's like
remember.
falling apart and you're driving the fucking Warthog out of there.
Oh my god, dude!
And
I
there's, like-
remember. I didn't have a whole lot when I was a kid, but I remember getting like my first actual Xbox.
Yeah.
And I remember there was one summer where seriously every fucking day I would just wake up, go to the fridge, grab an RC Cola, pour, and some string cheese, and I would just play Halo, drink RC Cola, pour, and eat string cheese all day.
Those were the days, man.
I used to have some problems with shitting because I would have so much string cheese and RC Cola.
No skid marks back in those
No,
days.
dude, there was nothing. No kind of marks at all. Oh, jeez.
Just feeling bloated all the time.
Yeah, we realized pretty quick that I'm kind of lactose intolerant, but I don't stop eating cheese, so I kind of always have like an upset stomach. It's just I've learned to live with it. It's just the way that it is. I would seriously go to the nurse's office. Nurse's office.
The nurse's office.
The nurse's office. I would go to the nurse's office every fucking day in school and be like, "Oh, I don't feel good," and I would be like, "Can you call my mom and tell her to come get me every day?" And I thought that it would work, but the nurse got to a point where she was just like, "Yeah, you're fine. Go back to class." And my mom was always like, "Well, you're not drinking the milk like I told you not to, right?" And I was like, "No, because I'm not going to not drink those sacks of chocolate milk. I'm not going to do it."
The chocolate ones?
So I just did it to myself. It was just self-inflicted constipation.
But it wasn't even drinking them that was fun. It was getting to stab them.
Dude, that's where you're wrong. Because the real OGs don't stab those little sacks of milk. You bite off, bite off the little tip of it, and then just spray it like this far away from your mouth. You spray chocolate milk everywhere. Sometimes it gets all over your clothes and your face, but that just shows how fucking gangster you are if you got chocolate milk all over. Yeah, dude.
No.
Yeah, dude. By the time you get to about 2, you just start smelling.
Yeah, when you get 2 of them.
Chicks dig that. Yeah, sometimes I would just,
Yeah, for sure.
get it going.
Yeah, just
chocolate milk all
milk
over.
all over your face.
What?
No, yeah, that's cool.
That's
Yeah,
that's
that's dope.
people made fun of me. I never really understood why, but like
Yeah, no, you're doing it the right way. You're right.
Yeah.
I should have done it that way.
I
too.
never really like did this type of motion or anything like that.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it would be more like I would do this and then start out like that and then bring it out and then bring it closer like that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And did you have like several, like a magician? with
No,
stars?
no. It was normally it was just one because poor. All I could afford was one. I
That's
got
why you
free
steal 'em.
lunch.
You steal them.
We got free lunch. That's how you know.
I would always take 2 milks.
Really?
Yeah.
What was your meal of choice in do you remember 3rd through 5th grade very vividly?
Yes.
What was your lunch food of choice in the cafeteria?
Pizza and tater tots.
Okay. What kind of pizza?
Fucking pepperoni.
Oh, okay. That's really fucking boring, dude. So, it's pizza and tater tots. Cool.
You have to like you don't eat that still.
No. I've never eaten pizza.
I've seen you eat pizza.
I have eaten pizza. I'm lying. But what I want to just share with you is, how old are you, Pedro?
25.
Okay, so I'm 28. So I've
28?
Yeah, I'm 28.
Oh.
28 years old. So I've been around. I've gone around the sun a few times more than you. In the grand scheme of things, had a little bit more experience. I'm a little bit wiser. I feel like I've kind of just, I've kind of got a little bit more going on than you, just in terms of what I've lived through and what I've experienced. I'm a man of culture. I'm very mature.
Oh, definitely.
And it really shows, especially if you look at my food of choice on the cafeteria, going from 3rd to 5th grade.
Yeah, I mean it shows day in day out. You're just so mature.
That's how I like to carry myself, and
we all can tell.
So, with that being said, my food of choice, of course, I would get the little sack of chocolate milk, the usual.
Yeah.
That was always my go-to.
Can I ask you a question before you get into your food of choice?
Yeah.
When you did the bite it thing, did you like tell your friends you were doing it?
I never told anyone. Sean Hughes was always the one to be like, look at what Zach's doing. And I would be like, yeah, I'm drinking my chocolate milk, dude. Like,
leave me alone.
He was a lot bigger than me, so I was kind of scared of him, but he would always make fun of me. He was a bully. Sean Hughes, if you're watching this, fuck you, dude. Because I still know your name.
If you have a family, fuck them too.
Whoa, dude. This is a family podcast, so.
Oh, if you have a family, F them too.
There we go.
Oh, wait. F them too.
Is that your ring finger?
Yeah. Can't show them.
So I noticed that you're trying to postpone me showing off how mature and cultured I am by explaining my food of choice. So
you were just taking so fucking long.
Yeah,
I lost interest.
That's fair. It's fair that you'd feel that way. So what I'm gonna do is tell you it now, if that's okay.
I don't think you are. I think you're gonna tell me another story.
That's usually what happens. If you're a fan of this show, you know that it takes me a fucking day to tell a story.
Zach loves the stories.
I love a good story.
But I love them too.
So, I would get my sack of chocolate milk. I'd get a little bit of salad, a little old salad on my tray, just because, like I said, I like to eat healthy. I didn't say that at all yet, but I like to eat healthy.
You say it all the time.
I really am. I think you only get one body. You only got one life.
Yeah.
You only got one Earth. So, I'd get a little salad, a little bit of ranch dressing on that. I was a big fan of ranch as a kid. Still am a kid.
Low fat?
Fuck that.
Oh, you must not care
Regular
about your body
fat.
that much then.
And then I would get tater tots and a pepperoni pizza. I'm just kidding. No, I would always
fuck you. Wait. F you.
There we go. No swearing here, dude. I would get French fries because I'm not a very opinionated person, but fuck tater tots.
I agree. My school didn't have fucking French fries.
Yeah, well, that's what can you do?
I would tater tots.
A little salad, chocolate milk, French fries, and popcorn shrimp. But you know what I would do? French dressing. It's like the orange dressing. Yeah. I would save one, because you know how the little cartons that had all those different dips that you'd put everything in, like this section of the tray you would put the popcorn shrimp in, this section you would put the salad in. I would save a whole fucking section and just dump some French dressing in there to where it was just like a whole ditch full of French dressing. And I would just dip my popcorn shrimp in the French dressing and eat that shit. Just, that's how I would eat my lunch.
Yeah.
And
that's
dude,
sophisticated.
That combined with me being in the talent show all 3 years of intermediate school, which you guys know the story about the talent shows. I wasn't the most popular kid in school.
Everyone was jealous of you.
That's the way that, looking back, I think that's what it was. I think that they were just like, wow, this kid's so ahead of his time. And so, like, he really just doesn't care. Like, he's drinking his chocolate milk and singing in sync in the talent show and just doing his own thing. That the only way that they could respond to it was to make fun of me.
Oh, yeah, it's beautiful.
It's, I feel like I've come a long way from that. But that was the story, man. That was my go-to choice of food in intermediate school. Did the way that it was split up? How did your schools work? Because I feel like it's different everywhere you go. For me, it was kindergarten through second grade, elementary school, third through fifth grade, intermediate school, sixth through eighth, middle school, and then high school the rest of the way.
We just had elementary, and it was first through fifth.
Okay.
And then sixth through eighth was middle, and then ninth through 12th was...
Middle school was like the fucking Wild West, dude.
Yeah.
It was fucking nuts. I remember in fifth grade, I had a girlfriend named Deanna, and this boy, Brandon McClayton, said that he liked her and told everyone that he liked her. And I don't remember how the exchange happened, but we passed I think we were in line. Our classes were in line, and my class's line passed his class's line. And he said something to me. I don't remember what it was. And I remember I said, "Bring it on, punk." That's what I told Brandon. I said, "Bring it on, punk." And this kid brought a knife to school the next day and told everyone on the bus and in his class that he was gonna fucking kill me.
He told everyone?
Yeah. What an idiot.
What a terrible murderer.
Yeah, but he actually did bring the knife to school, and my boy, Jamal Jones, heard that he said that and went and told a teacher. And they went and took him out of school, and we didn't see him again the rest of that year.
I wonder what he's doing now.
I'll tell you what he was doing in middle school, because the first day of middle school, first day of sixth grade, who should corner me in the courtyard but Brandon himself? Because they took him away to, what was it? DTOC, I think that's what it was called.
Is that the bad boy school?
Yeah, they took him to the bad boy school. And he finally came back in sixth grade, and I could tell that he had been waiting a year to see me again, because he got up in my face. And dude, I was a fucking bitch.
Or you were?
I am a fucking bitch. And so he walks up and gets in my face. He was like, "I went away because of you." Like, you can tell that he just did time. He came to me in sixth grade. He was like,
Did he have like a little mustache?
He
coming
did.
In?
He had like a little squirrely mustache. He was already
did.
growing one. I just started growing one.
Yep.
Like this year. And he was like, "I went away because of you."
Like he just served
my
like
life will never be the same
15
because
years
of
in
you.
Alcatraz or some
And
shit.
so he tried to fight me, and me, I was just like, "No, I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna fight you. I'm not gonna fight you." And I held it, and I was like, "I'm not gonna do anything." And he was like, "Wow, okay." And then he pushed me, and I was like, "I'm not gonna do anything." And so he finally walked away, and as soon as he walked away, I went to the bathroom, and I was just like, "Oh my god, it's the Wild West, dude. You gotta be ready." And so I went home, told my mommy, and I got homeschooled the rest of sixth grade. She pulled me right out of that bitch. And that stinted my growth in the streets a whole year, because I went back for seventh grade and I felt like I missed out on so much. I felt like everyone was just a step ahead of me in terms of...
Did everyone know you left because of that?
Oh, yeah. And it was like, oh, yeah, his mommy took him out of school because Brandon got in his face.
Was it like a sassy black chick like, "Damn, Zach, you a little bitch"?
I don't know if anyone said that to my face, but I remember 7th grade pretty vividly. I was obsessed with the WWE, so that was I kind of channeled all my insecurities into that and just watched wrestling and pretended that I was a tough guy, and then started lifting weights, dude, and then stopped about a month later.
So you made changes after that.
Yeah, I really made positive changes in my life. It was important for me to do that, and I didn't start working out again until a few weeks ago, actually. I think I mentioned it last episode that we recorded, but dude, I started working out lately, dude. Watching what I eat, getting a lot of sleep. Like I said, I care about my health. Dude, I'm getting pretty fucking buff, dude.
Yeah, what Zach tells me from time to time, with no prior like warning, he says my body is a temple.
Yeah, and
He says it all the time.
It's important, dude. You really you get out exactly what you put in. So I haven't been eating shit anymore. I stopped doing that. But dude, like, I'm just fucking pumping 40s like it's nobody's fucking business, dude. Every day, like I'm in the shower, I got my fucking 40s, just pumping them.
Hell yeah, dude.
Pumping them, dude. Because you never know. Brandon could be looking for me right now. He could still be out there looking for me. And if he gets in my fucking face again, dude, I'm just going to go, shut! Shut! I've been waiting fucking years for him to get in my face again. And if he's like, dude, you're Zach Trump. And I'll be like, oh yeah, you're, shut!
I just imagine it's really going to go down like it did the first time.
Yeah. I might cry in front of him, honestly.
Go to the bathroom.
Look in the mirror, stare in the mirror, like wash some water on my face and just go.
It's just a shot of you like looking at the mirror. Mommy?
Yes, Ace Hardware. Zach isn't going to be working there anymore. I'm taking him to homework. He's coming to homework.
How could you hire Brandon? You know he's a bully. He has a record, you know.
Oh, he's got to be in prison. I'm sure that
or
he's
dead.
He's probably found someone else to. I hope that no one else says "Bring It On, Punk" to him because it's going to ruin their life.
Well, everyone had that crazy badass kid in high school.
Who's yours?
His name was Kenny, and he's fucking he's dead now.
Jeez.
Yeah, he robbed a fucking. There's little arcade places that you don't really know what goes in there. Like,
with the really tinted windows?
Yeah, those fucking sketchy ass places. I don't know if they're ever, but we have them in Florida. But he robbed one of those, and then he got to a shootout with the fucking cops, and they killed his ass.
Wow.
And I was like, classic Kenny.
They killed Kenny, dude.
There's no other way he probably wanted. Well, no, he probably would rather go out better ways, but that's a hell of a way to go out.
Dude,
shoot
I
out
can't
with the
imagine
cops.
just being like,
Yeah, come at me, motherfucker!
like shooting in the air, not even at the cops.
These are flamethrowers. It probably just went like.
This is America.
He's white. Was white.
Dude, it still happens, man. Jeez Louise, can you imagine? Just the adrenaline pumping through you if you were to get in a shootout with anyone.
Dude, my fucking heart rate jumps when I'm playing laser tag.
Dude, there are times when I'm playing NHL and it's like a tie game and there's like 2 minutes left and I can tell that me and the person that I'm playing against are fucking giving it our all, and I get really, really intense and I swear a lot, and Robin's like, it's just a game, and that's when I turn my aggression towards her, and I'm like, no, it's not. And then the other guy scores, and then I just fucking slam the controller, go to the bathroom, and just go, ah! And then I walk back into the room, and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry. And then I just had to let that out. And that's probably why we're in couples therapy right now. But, I got a lot of problems.
Well, thanks for opening up to everyone.
Yeah, I feel I'm trying to turn a page to where I am just... I want to smell honest. I want to be so honest that I smell like I'm honest. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
How's it smell?
You're about 50% of the way there.
Yeah, I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Speaking of being honest, I started lying about something the other day. And it's actually been really convenient for me because anytime you go into a Taco Bell or a Starbucks or something, somewhere where they ask what your name is, I've been doing this for 28 years, and it's always so fucking awkward for me sometimes. They'll be like, "Can I get a name for the order?" And I go, "Zach," and it doesn't sound like it's a big deal, but I always feel so awkward when I say it. Like, "Can I get a name for the order?" Zach. It doesn't roll off the tongue easily. And I feel like I have to enunciate the Z because they're going to think that it's Jack or Jack or something like that. And so one thing that I've been doing is just picking random names to use. Like, whether I'm at Taco Bell or a Starbucks or something. What's the name on that cup?
Zach.
It's not Zach.
It's Adam.
Yeah, because that's more distinct than Zach. And it's easier to say. I can just go, yeah, it's Adam.
Dude, it sucks with my name.
Yeah.
Because I'll go in somewhere and, Pedro. And they're always like, Geraldo? And I'm like, no, what the fuck? I said Pedro.
Pedro.
And then it's always Padro or some shit like that. Like, have you never seen Napoleon Dynamite? It's on the shirts, people.
You know how to spell the name. Yeah, it's Pedro. Craig?
Now, when I worked at Starbucks, I don't know, you worked at Starbucks.
Yeah,
I don't know if you did this. Did you ever just, like, fuck people's names up on purpose?
Oh, yeah, it was the best.
Right? Isn't that the best part of your day?
Even if it was spelled right, I'd still say it wrong. Yeah, I've been waiting for my drink. John? Are you Jan?
I remember one time we had an empty lobby, and this guy comes in with his girlfriend, and they're like these like cringy teenager types, And I was like, "What's the name for your drink?" He got a white mocha. He's like, Darth Maul, and I just wrote Tim. I just thought it was the most boring name, and I was like, "All right, Tim." And there's no one else in there, so they were like, Venti Ice White Mocha for Tim, and he was like, "Is that mine?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's yours."
I'm not going to say the fucking name.
Yeah, he was like, "No, okay." And he just takes it and walks
My joke didn't work out.
Darth Maul.
What a loser. What a loser, dude.
What if that was his real name, though? And his parents are just big Star Wars fans.
You fucked up, dude.
I don't give a shit. You think I care? I don't give a fuck. I don't give two fucks.
I'm gonna bring the tone down.
I like having this camera.
I do too. I feel like I have something to look at. We're looking at people when we do this. We're looking at our viewer. What?
Ace just flipped Gary off.
It's blowing my mind right now, dude.
All right.
I want to ask you something.
Okay.
Fuck what you're about to say. This is important. But I wanted to take the tone down just a little bit. Talk about something a little bit serious. Just give me your thoughts on how frequent there have been mass shootings recently.
It's been ridiculous, right? It's been 3
Mm-hmm.
in the last, that have been reported on by the national media
for
the
sure.
last week and a half maybe.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, the way that the media is spinning it is crazy. Not so much spinning it, but just the way that all the information is presented. It's such a fucking wild time, dude. There are times when I'm in public, especially working at Ace Hardware. We're in such a populated place. It's really not far-fetched at all to think that something like that could happen.
To us.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm always freaking out. I'm always like, you guys have known since episode 1. I'm always aware. I don't want anyone sneaking up on me or acting weird around me. When I'm in public, I'm that fucking weirdo that's like, all right, there's 7 people between me and the exit or entrance, and it would probably take about 4 seconds for me to get out of here if I needed to. It's probably another reason why me and Robin have a lot of problems, because I can't handle myself in public.
Why? Because you're prepared?
Exactly. That's my argument.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, you're weird. You get freaked out and karate chop people in public. Yeah, well, they weirded me out.
Yeah, it's your job to protect her.
That's my job. It's my job to protect my family, my friends. I've always been the kind of guy, growing up, going to the mall and stuff with my friends. If it was a big group of us, the group would always walk, and I would just trail 4 feet ahead like a fucking weirdo, just kind of scoping everything out. And they'd be like, Zach, why aren't you walking with us? And I would just be like, it's no big deal, just go. Just let's go to hot topic now.
I'm having fun.
I'm having fun. Let's go. I've always been a homebody, man. Being in public freaks me out because I've always been of the mindset that it's a crazy world.
Yeah.
You really never know, like, what's gonna happen. If you see me in public, I'm probably kind of on edge. That's just the way the cookie crumbles, baby.
So let me ask you, back to like the shootings and everything.
Yeah.
How do you feel about how they talk about crimes committed by white people and crimes committed by like any other race? Like, do you think there's a difference?
I think that the way that mainstream media talks about it and the way that everyone talks about it is, I mean, there's definitely an issue. Like, racism is alive and well in this world. There's nothing that anyone can say to combat that. But I feel like there's an issue with just evil people. There's not one group of people, whether it be a matter of race, religion, anything. There isn't one group of people or one box that you can put people in and say, yeah, they're all fucked up, they're all evil, they're all bad. I think that there's evil people in this world, and it doesn't matter who they are, what they believe in, where they're from. That's just the way that some people are, and I think that it's a really fucked up time right now because the way that everything is presented and the way that all the conversations are going, it's like there are constantly lines being drawn in the sand. It's like, well, you need to be on this side or you're on this side.
Well, it's because there's always an agenda.
Yeah.
Like, it's always, like when the media's either going, oh, it was mental health, it has nothing to do with guns, don't get rid of the guns. And the other half is, it was the guns.
Yeah. And I feel like if you're on either side, you're on either side. You're still in this dumb conflict trying to figure out what's the cause of this problem when it's just fucked up people.
Yeah.
And
you can get rid of the guns, but then, China doesn't allow guns. So people are going around stabbing, mass, like a great amount of people. So you can get rid of all the weapons, but bad people still find a way to be bad.
Yeah. The way that I see it, though, and this is something that I'm very passionate about, I think that I've talked about it on the podcast before, but if I were to run for office, if I were to get into the family business and run for office, I would run on a very specific platform. I would run on an extremely specific platform, and I know that I would get elected because I wouldn't pick a party. I would say exactly what they want me to say, and I would get so many votes. The most votes you've ever seen.
The best votes.
The biggest, most best votes that you would ever see in your lifetime. And this is what my platform would be. We are going to round up every single gun, all the guns. We're going to round them all up. And if you don't want us to round them up, we're going to round you up. You're going to get all your guns taken away. We're going to take all the guns. We're going to put them in a big old pot. We're going to burn them up. And we're going to bring back the sword. Because there is nothing that's going to weed out all the cowards and all the evil people like a good old-fashioned sword fight.
I'm down with that shit, dude.
Because if I'm in a fucking Winn-Dixie and someone comes in brandishing their katana and I'm in that Winn-Dixie, you're gonna get chopped up.
So you're saying if I vote for you, I will live in an anime?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
That's the bottom line.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And I've gotten into big heated debates with a lot of my friends, like sitting at a round table, sitting at a dinner table. They're like, well, they're not gonna take my guns. Come and pry it from my cold dead hands. And I'm like, Dad, calm down, okay? So, first off, even if someone walks into a Winn-Dixie with a gun and they start shooting at everyone, shing, I'm gonna block your bullets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna block your bullets until you're out of ammo. Gonna chop you up. That's just the bottom line. I've watched enough Star Wars to know that all you need to do is just twirl it really fast.
Yeah.
You're gonna block the bullets. Chop them up. Right in half.
And then right afterwards, you drink your milk bag.
Drinking my fucking milk bag. Blocking bullets.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Chop them up. drink my milk back. That's my platform. Vote for me, 2024.
Milk bags and swords.
Vote for Trump, the good Trump. I think I need to start getting serious about this now.
I would vote for you.
Would you really?
Yeah, it's because you're my friend.
I would never wear a suit. I would just wear my normal everyday clothes. I would go to those debates and be like, "This guy's a fucking asshole, huh?"
Can I be your VP?
Everyone would start clapping.
Can I be your VP?
Yeah.
Can I wear Hawaiian shirts all the time?
You can wear whatever you want, dude. You can wear no shirt if you want.
I'm gonna wear Hawaiian shirts all the time, and like I'm never gonna talk.
I'd be.
I'm just gonna go like when the other vice president says something or whatever the guys running for president. I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
Just every fucking time.
Like I wouldn't even have to say things. Like during the debates, they'd be like, "Yeah, well, he was." They would say all that stuff. Say all that stuff. I feel like that's the only thing that candidates ever say in those debates. They just go.
Dude, I would have your fucking back.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. We can
like,
do this.
I would be on Fox News, like they'd be out there like, well, President Good Trump isn't cutting taxes like he said he would. He's not doing this. He's not doing that. He took away our guns, and I'm just gonna be in the little panel, go,
and everyone would be like,
and everyone's like, he's right. Vice President Amador is right.
He's right. He's so right.
He always wears Hawaiian shirts. Look how laid back he is. He's got a sunglass tan.
For some reason, I feel like I'd still, like, even if it was 10 years from now, I'd still, for some reason, be running against Bernie Sanders. For some reason, I feel like he'd still be, like, trying to get in office, still can't get in.
It's just his brain
He's
in a
gonna
jar.
get it someday. He'll get there eventually.
It's just his fucking brain in a jar. How long has it been?
It's been a while, dude.
I'm gonna check.
Are we back? We got video again?
Yeah, we're back.
Hell yeah. Hey, sorry about that, folks. Technical
2008.
difficulties.
Damn. He died 11 years ago.
It's been 11 years?
2008.
Jeez Louise. Time flies, dude. How it's been so long. I for some reason I've been relating time to since Steve Irwin died. How long ago was that? I feel like that's been 15 years.
I want to say at least.
Like before Steve Irwin and after Steve Irwin?
Yeah.
2006.
It's right about there. Right about 15. Jesus, man. I miss that dude. We did not deserve him.
We didn't. He was so fucking cool.
But dude, we kind of got off topic here, but me running for office.
Oh,
me in the debate with Bernie Sanders. I feel like, yeah, he's definitely. It's just gonna be like his brain, like a robot brain, his brain in a robot, because he's gonna croak soon.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be in the debate with Bernie Sanders. First off, I feel like I would be up at the podium, and you would have to be like right behind me, just going. Like everything that I said, you would just go.
I have a suggestion.
Mm-hmm.
How about I'm behind you, drinking a margarita,
With a straw and an umbrella?
and I have headphones on,
Okay.
and I'm just listening to music.
Yes. You just...
I'm just like sipping the margarita. And then they're going to be like, well, it's time for Vice President Amador to speak, right? And then, they're going to ask me questions like, how do you think President Trump is going to pull off taking everyone's guns? I'm going to go, and everyone's going to be like,
He's right.
he's fucking right.
He's right. And then Bernie Sanders' robot brain is going to be like...
Security kicks the person out for some reason. I'm just like,
You never say a word.
never. It's always like mannerisms and like sounds.
I've never heard
but
him
not words.
speak. Bernie Sanders' robot brain will like spit off some really intelligent, really good responses to the questions that he's asked, and then they'll be like, "Mr. Goodtrump, what do you think about that?" And I'll just be like, "No, what I'll do while Mr. Bernie Sanders' robot brain is talking, I'll be like." Yo, shut the fuck up, dude. Shut the fuck up and let me talk. And they'll be like, how do you plan on taking everyone's guns? And then what I'll do, I'll just go, and I'll point back to you, and you'll just be like,
I'm going to do this.
and then it'll pan to me, and then I'm going to go, vote for me.
We would win.
I think that we're onto something, dude.
We're running.
Dylan! You son of a bitch!
Yes.
Alright, so we've been bullshitting long enough today. You know why you're here. You know why you're here. You know why you're here. You guys know why you're here. You are worthless.
You know why you're here.
You are fucking worthless. We're going to go ahead and talk about a conspiracy theory. Not so much a conspiracy theory, but there are a lot of theories surrounding it. And I'm just going to throw the word at you, and I want you to just say what you think about it, what your impression is of it, what you know about it. I want to pick your brain on it. You ready?
Ready.
Penis. I'm just kidding, that's not it. Atlantis.
Atlantis? Well, I think of like a fucking extravagant underwater city with like futuristic technology and a giant dome. That's what I think of when I think of Atlantis.
Kind of like the Gungans in Star Wars Episode 1. The big old bubble city.
Never watched it. Let's just move on from that.
No, dude, I want to say something.
I don't want to hear it.
I want to say something.
I want to hear it.
I seriously, I want to say something.
Here we fucking go.
Let me say something.
All right.
Growing up, I was a big fan of Star Wars.
You're not going to shame me, are you?
Big fan.
You're going to shame me, aren't you?
What I'm going to do is tell... What I'm going to do, this is the line to me shaming you. I'm going to walk... This is where I would walk to if I wanted to shame you. Mm-hmm. But what I'm going to do in true me fashion, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go... shame you.
Make a couple pit stops.
Yes, I'm going to make a couple pit stops along the way.
Take the scenic route.
I'm actually not going to do that at all. I'm so fucking over Star Wars, it's not even funny. I'm so fucking over it. We've had enough. We get it. It's time to stop. So, with that being said, Atlantis. Short, sweet, to the point. That's enough.
That was good.
I wasn't going to shame you, baby.
You never would.
No, I never would. Love you, dude.
I love you too. You see this? This is friendship.
That's how you know.
Under the sea.
Okay, so Atlantis. There are so many theories about what Atlantis was, when it was around, what happened to Atlantis, why it isn't here now. Some of the things that really fascinate me, because I've read up a lot about it, and there are some people who think that Atlantis is in... I'm going to throw out some theories, and I just want to get your take on them, see what you think about it.
Like the likability,
yeah,
in my opinion, is?
Yes. There are some people that think that Atlantis is in Greenland, underneath all that ice. Because Greenland is pretty big. You remember in was it D2, the Mighty Ducks, where they played Team Iceland?
I think that was, yeah. Where
they said Greenland is full of ice and Iceland is very nice. That's what they said in the movie.
Yep.
For some reason, Greenland is full of ice. I mean, I know that's because of where its position is, but it's full of ice. And there are a lot of people that think that Atlantis is in Greenland, under all that ice.
I mean, no one really talks about Greenland, so that's plausible.
Yeah. I mean, there's not a whole lot of people that live there either. I know that it's the majority of the people that live there, it's like along the coastlines and stuff like that. No one really goes deep into Greenland. Not that I know of, at least.
Right.
Because it's just full of ice. That's all that it is, essentially. And it would make sense. I mean, if you think about the theories and stuff and all the ancient stories about how Atlantis sank into the ocean and things like that, but it could have been overtaken by water and then just frozen over.
That's true.
Yeah, that's one thing that's really interesting. There are also some people that think that Atlantis, for some reason, is in the Mediterranean Sea, which that kind of puts it close to like ancient Greece and Rome and all that stuff and all those areas over there. But that one has never really made sense to me because one, that ocean is not very large at all, and I
No.
can't imagine that it's hard to go looking and find evidence of something as massive as
Exactly.
that. One, the main theory that really, I feel like if something has a an edge or a twinge of truth to it, you can feel that.
Yeah.
And there's one theory that every time I read about it, every time that I think about it, I get this weird feeling. And this is honestly what I believe. I think that uh, I'm not sure where exactly from a time period it was, but I think that a very, very long time ago, Atlantis was where Antarctica is now.
Hmm.
One
That one.
anytime I read about that, there's something like I don't know. It just it makes sense to me. And if you look at especially all the stuff that's been coming out recently, people on Google Earth and people that go to Antarctica and stuff, they've found like obelisks and pyramids and stuff like that in Antarctica that they don't talk about in mainstream
Really?
like science and stuff like
I
that.
didn't know
Yeah,
that.
there are a lot of people who kind of peruse Google Earth and just bit by bit just kind of search and stuff, and you can actually see structures and stuff like that just right in the thick of the center of Antarctica.
Shit.
And I actually listened to this one podcast. It's the Lost Origins podcast. If you are a fan of podcasts and you're interested in conspiracies and stuff like that, seriously, listen to Lost Origins because it's phenomenal. They talk to a lot of experts about any type of conspiracy theories and humanity's origins and things like that. But they were talking to this one guy who wrote a book about Atlantis in Antarctica. And one belief, and this is one that really resonates with me, is that a long time ago, the Earth was in a much different position, like all the continents and stuff like that, because it all shifts around. There's a belief that Antarctica was close to or Atlantis was close to where Antarctica is right now, and the continent shifted so much to a point where it all froze over and became what is Antarctica today. And there's a lot of science out that confirms that underneath all that ice, there's actually like frozen forests and greenery and all kinds of stuff. Like there's a whole world, a whole continent underneath all that ice because it wasn't always frozen. Which also leads to the idea that it would be some type of paradise.
That's the most plausible one.
Yeah, and the belief is, I mean, you have hominids and stuff like that, cavemen and hunter-gatherers and stuff that had already established themselves on the planet. But the belief is that Atlantis was this really advanced civilization in comparison to everyone else. And they knew that the time would come where it shifted to the point where it froze over. It was essentially a cataclysm, a civilization ruiner. And they knew that that was happening, so they had to escape. They had to flee. And that time is when, I mean, this is all just speculation, this is all just theory, but it's really interesting to think about that when they left that area and went out into the rest of the world, that's what really kind of kick-started humanity into where we're at now. In terms,
leaving that area.
and like spreading out to the rest of the world, bringing their technologies and their intellect and stuff like that to.
That would be like if that was like 100% true. That'd be so fucking cool.
Yeah, and it's really crazy to think about because and the theory is also that there was only a small fraction of them that were able to escape. Just whether they were limited to their location because of their technology or anything like that, but there was only a small amount that actually survived the exodus from that place to the rest of the world. And that would also explain how a lot of ancient civilizations like the Maya and ancient Egyptians and even the ancient Chinese civilizations. I don't know if you knew this or not, dude, but there are probably there are hundreds, probably in between like 200 to 300 pyramids. Like I'm talking like the Egyptian pyramid size, scattered throughout China. Did you know that?
No.
Like, and they're super secretive about them. Like super secretive.
That's fucking weird.
Yeah, and I've done a lot of research into it, and it's an actual thing. Like it's restricted airspace. No one can fly around these areas. The locals don't talk about it, and if people who try to like sneak into these areas usually are not seen again. But that theory about Atlantis and the Atlanteans and their exodus away to the rest of the world, it would make sense as to why the ancient Chinese, the ancient Egyptian, the Mayas, the Aztec, all these civilizations were so similar for their time period and yet so far away.
Yeah.
Because they were all influenced by this same outward source, the same group of people that kind of popped in and was like, "What's up? Start building pyramids, dude. Check this out. Do this." It's so and there's, this is how this podcast works. We love things that get those gears turning.
Yeah, makes you think.
Makes you fall down that rabbit hole. So that's seriously one of my favorite ones to think about.
No, that one's a really good one.
Yeah.
I think it's one of my favorite, probably one of my favorite ones we covered so far.
Yeah, it's there's something about it, man. And anytime, and I don't know if you knew this or not, but back in World War II, Hitler had an extreme fascination with Antarctica. He would, and he was always, they even talked about it in Indiana Jones. He had an extreme, and Indiana Jones actually happened. It's a documentary, true story documentary, Indiana Jones, Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Indiana Jones playing himself.
Yes, it's a true story. It actually happened. But Hitler was fascinated with like relics and ancient objects like the Ark of the Covenant and the Holy Grail and stuff like that. He was fascinated with that type of stuff, probably because of all the meth. But
Yep.
Regardless, he had an extreme fascination with Antarctica. And one conspiracy theory talks about how he actually sent a lot of, like a whole battalion to Antarctica to go explore some area that he wanted them to go explore for whatever reason. If you ever get a chance to read it up, just look into it. Look up Nazis in Antarctica. You're going to find just as much disinformation as information, and it's all theory, it's all speculation, but it's fun to read about. Apparently, the way that the story goes, he sent a lot of people to Antarctica to go explore some stuff, and a lot of people died. A lot of soldiers died for whatever reason, and they were never really clear on what happened. One thing that's also really interesting, I actually read an article about how scientists have been noticing that it's a slow process, but Antarctica is actually thawing from the inside.
Oh, like there's something in the middle.
Yeah, something like underneath Antarctica, and it's causing the ice to kind of thaw from the inside. More than likely, it's probably just the planet heating up.
Yeah,
because we're fucked.
Yeah.
But, dude, what if it's Atlanteans, dude?
And Al Gore's covering it up.
Dude, Al Gore was right.
He was covering up the Atlanteans by talking about global warming. He is an Atlantean.
One thing that's really scary to think about, dude, is I read an article about how more than likely underneath all that ice, there's probably there's so much bacteria and viruses that have been laying dormant underneath all that ice.
Oh, they haven't seen like the light of day for a while.
Yeah, and if they do see the light of day and it gets released, it could be like a humanity killer.
Like the Black Plague.
Yeah, the bubonic plague.
A little callback for you, listener.
I can't wait till we get 2 listeners.
That's gonna be a good day.
What would you so looking at it in a nutshell, Atlantis, what would you give it? What would you rate Atlantis?
I'm gonna go with 10 life-threatening viruses out of 10 life-threatening viruses.
Oh yeah, 10 life-threatening viruses. If I were to rate it, I would give Atlantis. Oh jeez, I don't know. I would give Atlantis 6 chairs that you have to sit in at the DMV out of 5 chairs that you have to sit in at the DMV. I'm gonna give it one more past the limit, baby. Because there's nothing I love more than a good conspiracy theory.
No, that's a really good one.
Yeah, that's a good one, dude.
You explain it really well too.
I'm a pretty knowledgeable guy. I read a lot of books, and I feel like, there's a quote that I love from Aristotle, Socrates, that says, a man needs a book like a dog needs a bone, and if you don't eat the bone, then you better go home. That's one of my favorite quotes. And because of all the books that I've read, I feel like I'm a lot smarter than you.
Yeah.
And so one thing that I really like to do is just bring these ideas to the podcast and just dump information on you, because I want you to be smarter, man.
Yeah.
I want you to be...
I mean, you have to be careful because I might get overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Right? And
Yeah.
might pee my pants.
Or shit 'em.
No. Never that.
Today's the day, motherfucker.
I think my favorite quote by one of the smartest men in the world, Ty Lopez, is, "You know what I love more than my Lamborghini is knowledge." And then he takes his camera and there's a bunch of books, and he's like, "I'm actually getting 3 more bookshelves installed into my garage
That's what's up.
with my Lamborghini."
That's what's up.
Yeah. You kind of remind me of him.
Really?
Yeah, he's just so smart.
Dude, thank you, man.
Yeah, except you don't have a Lamborghini, and you don't have a garage, so.
Well, that was also $200 extra per month on my rent, so we couldn't really swing that.
Yeah, you can't afford
So,
it. I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And I can't afford a bookshelf right now either.
No,
All
I
my
know,
books
yeah.
are laying on the floor in my bedroom, so
Yep. Yeah, so I guess you're not that much alike.
you had to bring that up.
Yeah.
So you're taking back the comparison that you drew between me and Ty Lopez.
Yeah, because he's like successful, right? So
Yeah,
that's
that makes
kind of
sense.
yeah.
That makes sense. You've been doing an awful lot of thinking lately.
Yeah, I think it's rubbing off from you.
Yeah. I'm
You're
trying
just
to,
such a thinker.
I,
You're such a thinker.
That reminds me of one of my favorite quotes. It's a really, really insightful, just thought-provoking quote, and it's it's by Tupac Shakur. First off, fuck your bitch and the clique you claim.
Okay.
That's one of my favorite quotes of all time.
Yeah, you're so cultured.
Yeah, and I'm a man of the people.
From Aristotle to Tupac.
It's Aristotle Socrates. It's his full name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
From that to Tupac, man. That's you got range. Give you that. I'll buy you a bookshelf.
You'll buy me a bookshelf?
Yeah.
For real, dude?
Yeah.
You fucking with me?
No, I'll write it off on my taxes. Charity.
I don't want your fucking charity, dude.
Don't worry, I'll get it back.
Update, everyone. Remember a couple episodes back when we were talking about favorite shows and stuff? And we were talking about
Yes.
Breaking Bad. Pedro said that Breaking Bad was one of his favorite shows. It was your favorite show.
My favorite show.
Your boy started watching Breaking Bad.
What are you on? What
Took
episode?
me long enough. Season 3, episode 9.
Shit.
Yeah, dude.
What do you think?
Dude,
Are you hooked?
I'm pretty hooked.
Right?
Every dude, it's a damn good show. Great characters. For some reason, I didn't expect it, but I'm really into Walter White's wife.
Like you want to do her?
No, I'm a married
Oh.
man. Married man.
Oh yeah.
But she's cute,
Okay.
She's a cute
She's
girl.
a beautiful woman.
Yeah. Who's your favorite character on the show? I'm so glad that I can finally talk about this. I've been told for years, dude, you need to go watch Breaking Bad. You need to go watch Breaking Bad. Finally did it. Finally doing it.
So around season 3, my favorite was Walter,
Yeah.
and then by the end of the show was Jesse. So it's gonna switch up
Yeah.
real quick. What are you doing?
Waiting for you to ask me who my character is.
Oh, all right. So who's your favorite character?
Dude, my favorite character, for the longest time, it was Hank. Are you fun? Pedro.
No.
Hey, dude. Really disrespectful.
I'm so sorry.
Dude,
I
if
was
this
expecting-
microphone and iPad and Gary's iPad wasn't in between us, dude, I'd fucking shut up.
Yeah, I was expecting another story.
Dude, I'm so close to shoving that microphone down your throat. You won't even.
Why don't you be a real man and shove it up my ass?
Well, we're about out of time, folks.
No.
So-
we got the impression corner.
Damn it.
We gotta keep at least one segment.
I almost escaped.
Nope.
We almost escaped. It's your favorite time of the week, ladies and gentlemen. Impression Corner with Pedro and Zach.
Do, 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 do.
Don't-
Impression corner.
That's not the song. We don't have a song yet.
Well, I had to act upon it because we haven't made a song. Well, we don't have an intro yet.
So we're going to wing this, folks. We haven't decided what our characters are, what the scene is going to be. We're modifying the segment a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to figure out what our characters are, what the setting is, and then we act out a scene together. We're not just going to do a few seconds of some subpar impression. We're actually going to make this a production and take this seriously. So, with that being said, what should our characters be? Gary and Ace.
So Ace, you pick for Zach. Gary, you pick for me. And then you guys can think of a scenario together.
So, relevant to what we're talking about, I think that Pedro should be the school lunch cafeteria server, and Zach is a student who just trusted a fart.
Okay.
And they're playing out the scenario of how to handle this.
That's perfect.
Okay. Okay, I like it. I like it a lot. Okay.
So from the point we're gonna go from is Zach's over here getting his milk, and he's like, "Man, this is good," and all of a sudden he has a fart.
Yep.
And
The closest adult is the cafeteria lady.
he says, "I need help," and here comes Pedro to help.
Okay.
Cafeteria man
I got.
or.
Do you want to be a cafeteria man or a cafeteria lady?
I'll do
I
lady.
want to add a twist.
Okay.
The cafeteria lady's also fighting that urge as well.
No, the cafeteria lady also trusted a fart, and we're gonna find some common ground here.
Only one bathroom though.
So it's a fight to the death.
Okay.
No.
Okay, let's do this. Gotta get in character.
Yeah.
Fa la la la.
Excuse me.
Yeah, what's going on?
I need to use the bathroom.
Well, what happened? Why don't you just go now?
I don't know where it is.
Well, it's down the hall to the right.
Can you show me where the bathroom is?
I can't really move right now.
I just don't know where the bathroom is. I need you to show me where.
Look, I'm at a level with you, kid. I trusted a fart and I shit all over myself.
I crapped him too, so I just need to know where the bathroom is because I just
Stop, right, kids, calm down, calm down, calm down. We're gonna figure this out together, okay? I got baby wipes,
Can you help me?
and I'm not gonna wipe your ass. I think that's illegal. But I do have baby wipes, and I have a lot of microfiber cloths.
Okay, I just don't know where the bathroom is, and I just need you
No,
to tell me where.
you skip the bathroom part when right in your pants. You gotta fix it now, kid. Come on back here.
To
Come
the
here,
bathroom?
Yep. No, we're going right behind the lunch line.
I don't want to go behind the lunch line.
I'm sorry, you gotta wipe your ass off.
I don't want him to see my ass.
I'm sorry, I'm not gonna look at it. I'm gonna turn away, but you wipe your ass. You need to get back out there.
Okay, but what I do with my pants, I crapped them.
I'm gonna make you some pants out of these microfiber cloths. They might be a little hot.
What's a microfiber cloth?
If Principal Johnson catches us, he's gonna slay me with his sword. You know, Trump's president.
Damn, I didn't realize this was like current times. For some reason, I'm back in like 2000.
I mean,
What would President Bush think?
We're gonna call that. We're gonna cut that scene right there. That was good. Good job.
you too, sir.
You were a very convincing cafeteria lady.
Thank you, thank you.
We're gonna get better at that, folks. I know that it's still subpar, but you don't get better at something unless you shit your pants and clean it up, and then shit your pants again.
You're gonna shit your pants a couple of times, but it's gonna come in time where you can clean it just right.
There's gonna come in time.
There's a come in time.
There's gonna come in time.
There's a wrinkle in time. There's a come in time.
Did you watch that movie, A Wrinkle in Time?
No.
Talk about a mistake. Jesus Christ. I got like 5 minutes in and I was like, yeah, see you later.
We're having it?
No. Oprah was in that movie. I feel like every time I say her name, I have to say it like that. Oprah.
Do you know she has pizza?
Oprah has pizza?
Yeah. It's cauliflower crust. Katie got it, and it was decent, but her face is plastered all over it. So, I thought the pepperonis were gonna be Oprah shaped. That'd be cool. That's a great idea.
Shit, dude. You know what? Whew! Alright, well, I need to go to the bathroom. I didn't trusted it!
Maddie stepped on my couch.
I think we need a new mic. Well,
Good thing we record from the other side.
well, Zach shit his pants, so we're gonna end it here, guys. Thank you for listening, and we hope you have a great week. This is the Coffee Cabal with Zach and Pedro.
What'd you think?
I thought it was pretty fucking rad, dude.
Yeah.
What do you think, Zach?
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, that was shit, dude.
Dude.
It was a fun time. We did really well. We got a lot of ideas. I'm ready to check my email because I'm sure that at least 20 companies have already emailed us asking to sponsor us. So it's just
Hopefully
a matter of
one wheel.
time before that money starts
Can you imagine rolling in the one wheels, dude?
Dude, I'm not a fucking idiot.
With our Tesla jackets on?